Well, boat friends, we have been waiting for this day for a few months now. Welcome to the live stream. It's a beautiful day here in Duluth, Minnesota. In the distance, we have the Joseph L. Block, which will be the first ship coming inbound to Duluth for the season, the new season, that is. I wish all of you a wonderful Sunday. This is going to be extended version, so those that are watching this later, you can fast forward to watching the block come in, but this is really set up for giving you a feeling of the atmosphere, what's going on, people arriving, the excitement that's building up. She's about a half an hour out from coming through the piers. I heard the security call. This will give you a good feeling of what's going on, and we will watch her come through together. 29 degrees. Light wind out of the northwest, 6 miles per hour. There's a beautiful Duluth aerial lift bridge. As you can see, we have a mix between snow and ice and what looks to be grass in its dormant form. But take a look at the beautiful sunshine off the bridge, even off the snow. Give you a shot here of the wind. Take a look at those flags there in the distance. The start of the new shipping season. Hey, Chuck. Hey, Teresa, how are you? Let me show you around. I was kind of hanging out in the parking lot for a second, getting ready. Hey, Tim, how are you? Sky? All the friends. What a marvelous day to start out the shipping season with the first inbound. Plenty of ice still out there right next to the North Pier. And you can see in the distance you have the block. She'll come up on us a lot quicker than you think. And in the distance you'll see out there, that's the Integrity that was coming inbound to the Superior entry this morning. She anchored. The Stewart Court will be coming in this afternoon, and I definitely will be live for that. So we're going to get to see the first inbound ship coming through the aerial lift bridge here in Duluth, and we will see the first inbound ship, the Court, this afternoon coming through the Superior entry. Give you a shot of the canal. Really don't have much in the way of ice. Maybe a little further out in the basin. Once that bridge goes up, you'll get to see a little better. You know, I was thinking maybe the Coast Guard vessel spar would go out, but that didn't happen. I was thinking maybe they would clear the channel going between Duluth and Superior. Let's take a look at the light that indicates the water current in the canal. You can see that amber yellow. That's right there in the center part of the screen. So we have very moderate, neutral water current conditions here in the canal. Really taking my time as I walk. You can see it's a mix of ice and snow. Yesterday we were close to 40 degrees. I think we might have surpassed 40 degrees. And everything refroze overnight, so you really have some ice. You have some bare spots with the concrete. You can see where those people are walking. Hey, everybody, how are you? Stella, Gerald, everybody. Take a look at that beautiful sun glistening off the water. Let's take a walk around and just check out what's going on, and we'll get back as the ship gets closer. We'll talk a little more. And as you can see, you have the text overlay that's on the screen, so I don't have to get repetitive during the broadcast. And at any point when someone comes in, they're going to be able to see what's going on. Joseph L. Block. She is coming in to CN6 dock here in Duluth to load iron ore pellets. I got an interesting article that I'm going to share with you here in a little bit. I did a little bit of research and I saw a pretty cool event that happened that the Joseph L. Block was involved in. Let's go walk over here. You can see some anchors. But I'm taking my time here with the ice. Very hard. You can feel the ice. It's not soft at all. See everybody showing up here. I've mentioned that before, the young kids that come here for the first time. I remember my first time coming out, checking out the ships. Hopefully the stream quality is good. You just kick back, have your morning coffee. We'll have some fun together. I'm doing this extended version just because, a couple months build up. We've all talked about it, thought about it. And now the day is here. Parking lot is really filling up. As I was sitting in my vehicle watching, I saw a lot of people coming from the hotel, so you can see it's starting to fill up over there. Let me give you a better shot of this ice pack that's over here on the North Pier. I did see the other day, I was watching one of the cams, actually this cam right here with the canal, and what a person did is, if you can see the ice pack right there, they walked on the ice pack around the green gate and walked up on the ledge, and they were actually walking out there on the North Pier. That's just a person that couldn't wait, right? Yeah, that's cool, Chuck. So that was the first ship that you were able to see. And I see something in the distance that's piquing my curiosity. Take a look. We have another vessel. Chuck, I don't know if you can grab that on AIS, if it's even visible. Maybe that's just someone that's out on their own boat. But you can see a vessel that is coming inbound. It's a smaller vessel for sure. But I see it's making some pretty good headway this way, just based on the wake that it's creating behind it. See that right there in the center part of the screen. And there's our friend, the Joseph L. Block. I'm going to get down right next to that wall if I can to give us the best view of that vessel coming in. And we'll talk a little more about her as she gets closer. Let's take a look at what's going on in Duluth. You can see the hillside. The largest building that you see right there in the center part of the screen. In the distance, that's the Essentia Health new facility that they built. That's a healthcare system up here in the Duluth Northland area. Hillside. Wind definitely feels like it's picking up. Take a look at the flag up there. I definitely think that we're above 6 miles per hour right now with a few sustained gusts. Take a look at this seagull having some fun there in the wind. Not a bad gig if you're a seagull out here in Duluth. You already know that there's a lot of feeding that's not supposed to happen right here. They always warn you not to do it, but those seagulls, they know that people are going to throw that bread up. So let's get back down and check out what's going on down here. Really watching my step. Watching my step, my friends. Hey, but you know what? It's good to be back out here. It is good to be back out here, seeing the ships. And even though I think that a lot of us, we get kind of sad when that last ship comes through here in Duluth or Superior, and we know that the shipping season is over. Couple months on the break. It rejuvenates you. You get more excited. And let's be honest, we gotta know that that crew needs a break as well. So we gotta take that into consideration. But I mean, it pumps you up. And then during the off season, as you could see, I was traveling a lot. So I did get a little bit of my fill with some of the ships and tried to bring that to you as well. But we're here. We're back, and I'm excited. Definitely have some energy. I was talking to Chuck just before I went live here, and we were trying to figure out which dock for sure the Joseph L. Block would be going to. And he was able to see it was CN6. Many more families. And we got one person that's over there on the South Pier side. So for those that are new that are joining, the side that I'm on here, you have two piers. The pier that we're looking at here, let me get a better shot for you. This is the North Pier right on this side. The other side over there is the South Pier. We have a person that they found a nice little snow hill. You can see them right there in the center of the screen. They're taking photos. I'm not sure. I think that would be a great observation point. They're taking photos or videos. But the block is getting closer. You see her out there. And as you can see on the screen, go over some facts about her. As I mentioned, she's coming in to load iron ore pellets. Built in 1976, Bay Shipbuilding Company in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. 728 feet in length. Owned by the Central Marine Logistics Organization. 7 holds, 24 hatches. Capacity for cargo is approximately 37,000 tons. 2 engines that combined put out a horsepower of around 7,000. 1 propeller, 1 rudder. Built in 76. 76, still doing a great job. Many more people are showing up. Take a look at this dog right here. They got some little shoes on there, little booties. I don't know what they would call that. But that's what's fun, you know. You get down here, you can see everybody's down here for the same reason that we are here right now. Just the excitement, checking out the ship that's coming in. First of the season again, Joseph L. Block. You know, I better get smart here and get closer to this wall over here, so then I have a good spot for you as we can check it out. Now, typically what I would do in the past is I would be able to lay this. I have what's called a gimbal that keeps this shot really stabilized as we watch the ships or as I walk. And it has a tripod, so I'm able to set it down. Now, what's interesting here is that I would essentially have to kneel down to do that because it typically would be at my chest level. So we might get creative here. In the past, another thing that I use is at the very end, there's this garbage can that I've been able to stabilize shots with before. Got someone out here with a blanket. See, that's what you call coming prepared. You got to have the gloves. You got to have the hat. You can get really fooled by the sunshine where you think it's going to be warmer, but not necessarily the case. Well, actually, take a look over here. If you look straight ahead, I think that would probably work out pretty well for me to get a good isolated shot for you with that tripod. And since this is a couple inches up, you know what? I'm going to just be really careful, and we're going to walk along this together. I don't recall ever in my life being on this wall walking. Remember, it's not a tight rope. I got about 1.5 feet, so I'm just being real sure-footed. They have, well, and you can see there's a marker up right here. This red marker that's going across, that's letting people know you shouldn't venture out that way. But as I mentioned before, there was a person that, see, they walked up right here and walked around that gate, and they're walking along the north pier right here. The ice is melting. It was about 40 degrees yesterday. Wind definitely picked up. Now, at a certain point, this is going to be all dry and clear. Now, the thing that I'm concerned about is people walking right over here. Yesterday, a lot of melting occurred, and there was a refreeze overnight. I mean, that's really like a skating rink. And take a look from this perspective. You can see the difference in the height, the elevation, just based on some of the snowpack going all the way down. I mean, at a certain point where those people are down there, you're almost at ankle level where the top of the wall is, which can be a little nerve-wracking if you have young little kids running around, so you really got to watch them. Well, take a look at the amount of people that are showing up now. Beautiful blue sky. It's a Sunday, so you had a lot of tourists here in the Twin Ports area, Duluth for sure. I saw a lot of people outside. Like I mentioned before, it's around 40 degrees. And I did see, which you always see at this time of year, when the first 40 hits, or maybe the first 45, 50, people in t-shirt and shorts. Now, I don't know how long they're going to be out there like that, but that's also a little premature when it comes to thinking about spring is here. I don't know if that's doctor recommended. We're going to walk up right over here where this grass is over here. Get a higher, this is the highest elevation point, unless I walk up on one of those packs of snow, which you just never know how stable that would be. So we'll do a full 360. Well, I just heard the bridge make the announcement. Bridge is going to be going up. Let's watch that together.
Good morning, visitors. Right now, the Duluth area lift bridge is about to lift to its full height of 135 feet for the arrival of the Joseph L. Block. Once again, the bridge is about to go up. The Joseph L. Block is going to be here in about the next 10 to 15 minutes. They are the first vessel to be entering through the ships now this shipping season.
You know what? I did walk up on this. I'm not going all the way up to the top, but this will give us a really good elevated position once that ship does come through. Give you an update on where that block is. You can see her out there, just to the left of the North Pier Lighthouse. Well, we've been waiting for this. Let's listen. Let's watch the bridge go up. Take a look at that beautiful blue sky in the background. This is what we've been waiting for. We have been waiting for this for a while. Hey, Shar, Morna, Andrew, Tim, all the old friends. We're here. First ship arriving in Duluth, Minnesota, Joseph L. Block. She will be going to the CN dock to load iron ore pellets. And another thing I want to point out with that text overlay, which is really going to help, it's going to allow me to really focus in on the vessel and to really anticipate certain things that I can show you without being repetitive and explaining the length of the ship and what ship is coming in. I think it's going to be really cool. And every time that there's something new and interesting about the vessels that are coming in or going out, I'm going to have that on there just so that way, no matter when you come in, if you are joining live, you're going to know what's going on. I changed my mind. I want to go down by the wall so then we can get a better look at the wake that the vessel is going to produce as she goes through the canal. And I think it's just a closer perspective. We waited this long, so let's get as close as we can. Yeah, Morna, take a look at, so you have the beautiful sun. The sunshine is right on the bridge. We got a great look at the bridge. Now, we'll be fighting a little bit from an optic standpoint here with the camera, that when you look straight into the light, you're not going to get the best color with the ship, unfortunately. If I was on the other side, I would be able to see it a lot better. I was going back and forth. Should I go on the south pier or should I be on this north pier with all the people? I was worrying about getting a good perspective for you, maybe fighting with the tourists, trying to get a elbow room, trying to get the shot. But when it was all said and done, I thought that it's a better idea to go on this side, and also Chuck thought so as well, where you can really feel the crowd, the build up, being that this is the first ship of the season. This is the feeling. So we are here, even if you're not in Duluth, we're here together right now, just enjoying the same atmosphere and the experience together. What would you estimate here as far as crowd? Maybe a couple hundred, maybe more. Don't forget to count the people on that walkway going up. And there's still more people showing up as well. 29 degrees. All right, so let's go down and carve out our position and take a look at the star of the show, the Joseph L. Block. (728 feet in length, owned and operated by the Central Marine Logistics Organization. You'll see here try to zoom in for you here. So she's going to become visible as she gets past that green gate right there. She's going to be going to CN Dock 6 to load iron ore pellets. First arrival of the season, Joseph L. Block. All right, so now we're able to see the bow. Let me zoom in here for you. Now she gets closer, the focus is going to be better, the clarity is going to be better, just a little further out. And as she gets closer, key in on that superstructure on the back. Hey, thanks everybody for joining. See, a lot more people have came in. First arrival of the season here in Duluth. Really the Twin Ports. So this is the first arrival for Duluth and Superior. Joseph L. Block. And I can almost guarantee you we're going to hear a great salute. The block is known for having that extended and very loud from a decibel level whistle for sure. Now you're able to see the water kicking off the bottom of the bow. And there's a good chance that we have the captain that's going to come out, probably do a wave to everybody. Good looking ship. 728 feet in length. And you take a look at the superstructure in the back there with that, the pilot house that's horizontal there at the very top. You can see the navigation right above the back part on the pilot house on the stern. Get that nice view there with that sun glistening. Beautiful ship coming through. Take a look at that water kicking up there. Now she's sitting up way out of the water. You can see where some of the water marks on the hull have been. People are yelling, "Welcome back." You can see the crew on the deck right there. Now, what's funny about that, do you remember the crew yelling at the very end of the season last year? They were ready to go home. Let's get a good look at that massive superstructure here on the back. A little wider and denser than some that I've seen over the course of time. And as you know, I always like getting that pivot into the Duluth Harbor Basin. So when she's coming out of winter layup, let's get a good look at that turn into the harbor. Give you a little more of the bridge. Well, boat friends, I really do appreciate you joining. I'm going to hang with the shot here for a little longer, but keep in mind, I'm going to be out for the court this afternoon that is going to be coming through live in Superior. So that's going to be an awesome ship. And that's also the first 1,000-footer that went on to the Great Lakes. Take a look at the captain's work there. Great job with that turn. Port side turn looking great. And as you can see, there's not much ice there in the harbor basin directly ahead of the vessel. So it's going to be pretty easy navigating. She's going to be going under the Blotnick Bridge, which is basically where I'm pointing in that direction. Well, my friends, look at this. People are leaving. It was definitely worth the wait. Got to see a wonderful vessel. We got the whistle exchange, good weather, sunshine is out. I will be out in a few hours. So keep your eye on the Stewart Court that's coming inbound to the Superior entry. I will be there. We'll do another extended version. It'll probably be, I'll be going live 30 minutes before she comes through. You will see a screen that I have that's a holder that says it's upcoming. And I always do a time that's maybe a couple hours in front of what the actual time should be, because that way, if I go over that time, if the ship is running late, I have to reset that whole, the live stream edit setting. So this way, just if you see that it's 3 hours later than it should be that I'm supposed to be broadcasting, just just know that I will be there live when it's there. I just have to have it bumped out further so then I can keep all the settings. Well, there you go. The Joseph L. Block. We can consider her a friend now to us. The crew was excited. They got a little bit of energy to do some extra work now to load the iron ore pellets. And I'll see you here in a few hours. So again, thank you so much. Great being back. I'm excited. I know you are excited. And we're going to have some fun this season. And this is just number one in the book for us. And the next one is coming. I will see you in a few hours. Have a great rest of the day until I see you. Thanks again for joining the live stream, boat friends. Appreciate you.